He's done it. The big man's got back in and the mental breakdowns have begun.
I'm sorry! No! Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
Do you really hate me that bad? It's all about her, isn't it? The election doesn't go the way she wants it to, and it must be because people are out to get her. I get vibes that she's one of those strong black women, black spelt B-L-A-K, you know, the type who say, when a black woman's talking, shut up, listen, and learn.
Anyone else having a meltdown? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to wait. I'm so stressed. I go from hysterically crying 1 minute over the pain of this situation and then hysterically crying the next minute, watching so many people come together. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to get through the next couple days. Who knows how long this is going to take.
By the way, this hysterical crying is from a social worker or a recovery coach, as she also calls herself. Everything I say about social workers is true. The majority of them are activists who do more harm than good. Most of them can't even get their own lives in order. How the hell can they be in any position to provide counsel to others?
But you have Elon Musk, who owns Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days, X, who is a disinformation propagandist.
Jen Psaki is calling Elon Musk a disinformation propagandist. Wasn't that her role when she worked for the Democrats? She was the chief disinformation officer, wasn't she?
Russia has committed an act of war against this nation. We were attacked last night. Regardless of the outcome of the presidential election.
Keith Olbermann is off on a Russian tangent, saying that Russia has committed an act of war against the nation. It's all the Russians. Aye, Keith, all right, tell me, are these Russians in the room with us now? I think Keith needs a wee lie down, maybe call Nurse Ratchet for some medication. Some of these girls are just milking it for attention, I think. Force out some tears, grab the phone, film yourself crying, put some sad music in the background. Maybe these ones should have their right to vote taken away if losing is going to cause them this level of distress.
And I am still just genuinely confused as to what happened. So if anyone wants to offer some insight, what I've noticed is that men are just genuinely not as concerned as women and don't quite take our concerns as seriously. And
she says she's genuinely confused. She's also completely out of touch. Well, it must all be because men are not caring about women anymore. She should probably have her right to vote revoked as well. And I'm only half joking.
Guys, we literally don't even have to panic. We literally don't even have to freak out right now. We don't even have to fucking, we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out because it's not even real. Because, bitch, recount the vote!
Alright, some of these I'm struggling to believe, but if she's an actress, then she's amazing at it. The comedic shift from we don't need to freak out to recount the vote is worthy of awarding her her own 6-episode Netflix deal. Joy Reid, as expected, starts blaming whitey, particularly white women. It's her race baiting that creates so much division. These people claim to be against hate and pull out daft phrases like that, but it's them who's actually the most hateful and divisive people around. Nasty lady.
Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. That message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And
Destiny, who I think is a leftist internet personality, is just going mental, shouting and swearing and not really making much sense.
Why isn't Philadelphia counting votes?
Call him up.
Call him. Do we have contact? Hello, if you're watching the stream right now and you work in Philadelphia, we'll put you on stream. I'll call you. I want to know what is going on. What the hell is going on right now?
Channel 4 in the UK had their stuck-up female presenter lose it, and she just kept swearing on live TV. They had to shut her up and have the other presenter issue an apology.
This is batshit. I can't believe what he's saying. This is going to be the end of him.
Stop swearing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I will. I mean, I'll tell Emily off later, but because I know she started the swearing. But it may be the middle of the night in Britain, but they're still a little bit sensitive about that stuff.
Cenk here of the Young Turks struggled to maintain his composure I always love seeing him getting confused and frustrated as to why the whole world doesn't agree with his opinions.
By the way, Iowa has been called by CNN at least for Trump.
Iowa called for Trump, so there goes that nonsense. I'm getting revved up here on a significant rant. So, because Kamala Harris is not winning, and the people who thought that Kamala Harris was going to win in a landslide are totally wrong.
If this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like we're scared for our lives, we're scared for our friends. Like,
I won't play all of this one, just some highlights, but she is completely unhinged. Bigly. She needs help and has to stop listening to Democrat propaganda.
How did we get here? How did we get here? How could you do this? If you have a woman in your life, if you have an LGBTQ person in your life, if you have anyone in your life who's not white, how did we get here? Someone tell me, please. If you voted for him, you are dead to me. Go ahead and block me. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I really don't.
CNN cannot hide their bitterness. There's a good phrase we have in Scotland to describe this presenter's face, would say that her pus is tripping her.
Donald Trump, once again elected to the White House, leaders around the world congratulating him on his historic comeback.
I hate to be the person that gets on here and cries, but this could break me and my parents apart because they just don't understand what they voted for and like what it means and the bigotry and hatred that they stand behind.
I genuinely feel a wee bit sorry for this one. I think some of the girls who were crying in the previous videos were, attention seeking, pity party stuff. But this one, I think she's genuinely distraught. And I blame the legacy media for this. The propagandists, people who told her that, if Trump wins, then non-white women will be exterminated or whatever. And I blame the people who have driven a wedge between her and her parents just because they vote differently to her. I know I make fun of a lot of this, but I don't enjoy seeing the division here and what it's done to people.
And how I am trying to be a good person. I'm not Catholic like they are, which is ironic because it's religion's supposed to make you love. But I could see it breaking me and my parents apart because they just don't get it, and they don't get that they voted for someone who's gonna make my friends' lives hell. My life's okay, I'm a white woman, but my friends are not gonna be okay.
She's saying religion's supposed to make you love, I'm the good person here, they're the bad people. These people, they think they've got some sort of monopoly on love and kindness, as if people who vote the other way can't also be kind and caring.
I will make it my life's mission, my dying wish, that none of you weirdos can hide. I will not let you get away with that. That was not normal. This is not normal.
I will not let you get away with it. There will be nowhere to hide. Her life's mission. What's she going to do, the demented little fool?
You just stood for that. You stood with that and for that. I can't emphasize enough, there will be nowhere to hide, and history is going to look back on this and look back on you in a very negative light.
You stood with that and for that. Stood for what exactly? She can't even articulate what the problem is, and if she was pressed, I bet she'd just repeat the old Hillary Clinton line of, sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, you name it. There's some great tweets going around as well. Owen Jones, he's a wriggly little worm who thinks he represents the working class, but he can't relate to them at all, says, I'm going back to my hotel in New York with a Muslim Pakistani American cab driver who voted for Donald Trump because the prices were too high under Biden. The most fitting response I saw to that was, why do you always think people of a certain race or sexual orientation or skin colour should vote in a certain way? David Lammy, the UK Foreign Secretary, put out a surprisingly diplomatic message to Trump. Congratulations to Donald Trump on your victory. And then he goes on about the special relationship between the nations and that he looks forward to working with him in Vance. Now, I say surprising because in 2017, he tweeted this: "If Trump comes to the UK, I will be protesting on the streets. He is a racist KKK and Nazi sympathiser." My good online friends Hayes and Art Vandelay doing the Lord's work, calling out these disgusting people. I wish that kid could have been a better marksman. Guys, it's not too late. We can still kill Donald Trump. And a whole load of other unstable freaks talking about killing the president-elect. I can't help but get a little bit of a thrill out of this, probably because I know these types of people in real life, and they're completely intolerable, and they're incapable of having a fair and balanced discussion. But seriously, I hope they can get over this, and I get that they see the world differently to me, but they've been lied to badly, and it really has broken them. Time to heal. I bet we aren't even near the end of these breakdowns yet. I'm giddy with excitement at the thought of seeing Rachel Maddow on TV completely losing it. What I would have given to have been a fly on the wall at Robert De Niro's house when he found out that Trump had won.
Trump won, and we couldn't do nothing about it. And that's it.